So, Jay-Z is trending because the judge has granted his alleged son Rymir his request to move forward with his paternity case against Jay-Z. And the judge has demanded that Jay-Z respond to the recent filing by July 18th. Well, you know who has been fueling this tea. Yep, good old 50 Cent. Now I'm personally not surprised that 50 is the one spreading this tea. But you know what? He also has Nicki Minaj joining the bandwagon. Nicki reposted 50's post on X and was like, "Is this why he was trending the other day? To God be the glory." Well, allegedly Beyoncé is also out here blocking the case and once again influencing it, just like Rymir's godmother said a while back.
When a friend of mine who knew her, somebody in her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Rymir needs to go away little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made. And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property. Somebody came to my property in the evening time and had a conversation about trying to get in through the back door.
But here's where it becomes even more fascinating. I've seen reports stating that the court has allowed this case to proceed because Jay-Z is supposedly a part of nefarious behavior, covering up an immoral trafficking operation that landed him with a son nicknamed Rymir. People are also stating that Jay-Z has been refusing to respond to the charges since he knows he is the father. I mean, if there's something I have observed, it's that Jay-Z doesn't hesitate about taking legal action when he feels someone is wrongfully chasing him. Did you notice how he immediately cleared his reputation from allegations that he and Diddy said a 13-year-old, but now he won't set foot in court with this Rymir guy? There have been so many developments in this case, so let's just go straight to it. Okay, based on rumors, Jay-Z and his team have been working overtime to keep Rymir's case under wraps. But it looks like Rymir may finally get his paternity test because like I said, there have been claims that a court has permitted the case to move ahead. I got my hands on the documents, NTS, and the judge wrote in response to the latest filing by Lily Coley versus Sean Corcarter. For the foregoing reasons, on the court the ex parte application and orders the defendant's deadline to respond to the plaintiff's complaints be extended to July 18, 2025. It is thus ordered. Now what Rymir has been attempting to explain over the years is that his mother, Wanda, slept with Jay-Z in 1992 at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn, New York, after Jay-Z picked her up in Philadelphia. She apparently indicated that they used protection, but it failed, and she got pregnant. And other than a visit from Jay 2 weeks later, they never saw each other again, and she had no idea how to contact Jay-Z. Rymir also said that he was originally told by his mother that she believed Jay-Z was his father when he was approximately 8 years old. Previously, although his live-in boyfriend, Robert Graves, was originally named on the birth certificate, he was legally removed in 2011 after a DNA test proved he was not the father. And Wanda told Rymir that she had only been with Robert and Jay-Z. And if Robert was not the father, boop, it only made sense that Jay-Z is the father. Of course, by now we also know that Jay-Z was refusing to take the paternity test because when he reportedly hooked up with Wanda, she was 16 and he was 22, which would mean that he had committed a crime. This is precisely something that Wanda's godmother observed earlier when she said, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer, and they were very helpful, and we thought we would resolve this privately." They even spoke about Rymir's music skills and if it was a good time to put him on his record label, but he had to graduate from high school, so I said no. Suddenly, different lawyers became involved, and their attitude completely altered. I suppose they realized there was more at risk for Sean, given that Wanda was not of age. Child, you know what's even worse? If Jay-Z is discovered to be the father, it would also indicate that Jay-Z brought Wanda across state lines when she was around 16 from Philadelphia to an apartment in Brooklyn. New York, where they had intercourse. And you know, that's a whole other case. Well, Wanda actually tried to get Jay-Z to take responsibility back in the day. Although she did pursue a civil case seeking child support from Jay, that complaint was ultimately rejected because it was filed in the incorrect state and was never refiled. At the time, Jay-Z's lawyer also indicated that Jay was not an interested party with respect to the custody of Rymir. Thus, she could not continue with the lawsuit, but Rymir took it up. Well, we all know how that went because Rymir was disappointed by the court, and based on what he stated, it was because Jay-Z was paying off his lawyers and the judges to make sure the lawsuit was shelved.
Lawyers are just frauding and pit anything they doing anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, this continue to overlook fraud is just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Like honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong.
He actually had to go all the way to the Supreme Court, but initially, the lawsuit was dismissed by the Supreme Court because it did not have jurisdiction to reopen cases in the appeals court or to unseal papers in the trial court, but it was then refiled by Rymir in the Appellate Division of the New Jersey Superior Court, but the process has still been quite challenging. Jay-Z's legal team claimed that he should be excluded from a DNA test in New Jersey, as he didn't own or live at a property in the state. And as things were, there was nothing Rymir could do legally to get Jade to consent to a paternity test. But get this, Rymir just revealed receipts saying that Beyoncé's mother, Tina, admitted in her book that Jay-Z possessed New Jersey property around the time of his case. So sure, he did have land in New Jersey. Well, all this back and forth might really come to an end because the court has indicated the case can move on, and there are hundreds of people cheering for Rymir to eventually get his truth. And this time, Rymir has got people strengthening his cause, like 50 Cent and Nicki Minaj. And when I tell y'all that Nicki is stepping on Jay's neck, child, she's not holding back. She recently performed her own expose when she reposted an interview done by Damari Hadley, the arranged daughter of ROC Nation CEO Desiree Perez. In an interview, Dem, who is fighting her mother for sending her to a mental institution, stated that ROC Nation basically ruined Nicki Minaj and took away her freedom of speech. She also said that Roc Nation went after Nicki's family. They've attacked her spouse. They've attacked her child, and that should really terrify the American people.
Trauma and some of with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. What I can say about that is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things. Again, it's hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nicki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've of her platform, they abused her talents. They've abused of her freedom of speech. They've abused her family. They've attacked her husband. They've attacked her child. And it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody so resourceful, talented, high profile as Nicki Minaj being targeted. It should really scare the American people. Me it should really scare you guys too, right? Because I'm the daughter, so it's like at this point, if it's happening to me, I think she's really outspoken, and I'm grateful that she's being outspoken on it, because I think she's almost seeing it like, well, it happened to me, it's happening to her, let me speak up on it. Nobody is safe right now. And she's fed up. I think she's fed up because she's been through a lot.
Nicki has really stated a lot in the previous few days, including how she implied that she's been sabotaged professionally by Jay-Z and his associates, adding that it's truly the true reason why she doesn't release music. She also alleged that an unnamed party has been working to undermine her relationship with her spouse, Kenneth Petty, and that efforts to turn Penny against her had involved falsehoods and friends in high places. In addition, Nicki also said that the social media accounts held by her and her followers were being shadow banned in a clear effort to injure her brand. She also exposed how Jay-Z owes her money, and now she's entered Rymir's chat, applying the pressure and supporting the narrative that Jay-Z should be compelled to take the paternity test. Considering the last reports, it appears like it could actually happen and Rymir can finally put all this behind him. But even though we have people rallying behind him, we also have individuals doubting what he really wants. Does he want Jay-Z to pay him? Does he just want the truth to be known? Like, what's truly his endgame here? Well, according to what Rymir said recently, this lawsuit is not about Jay-Z agreeing or wanting to be his father and miraculously making up for all the years he lost. The case is about terrible court judges and not having fair due process, which led his family to lose money with bogus court orders. Based on what he indicated, these court orders are still being utilized to get money, and they have placed unlawful liens on their property. He earlier also remarked, "I don't want money or anything like that from J-Z. I simply want him to finally reveal the truth to the world. If you answer, 'I'm not your son and nothing ever happened with my mom,' then just take the exam. If you are speaking the truth, then why is your initial answer anytime you are asked to take a paternity test, no?" Basically, Rymir simply wants a few things cleared up. One is that Jay-Z allegedly took Wanda across state lines when she was like 16 from Philadelphia to an apartment in Brooklyn, New York, where they had intercourse. 2. Jay-Z's lawyers lied in court when they claimed they misspoke. 3. Jay-Z has refuted the claims in court, despite allegedly trying to settle them outside of court a long time ago. 4. Rymir added that someone tried to unalive him and was firing at him after he filed a civil suit against Jay-Z, and that intimidation tactics had been used against them for years. He even exhibited images of his automobile after being fired at, and he alleged that planted in his car, and he was pulled over. I mean, aren't these the same intimidation techniques that were brought up by Diori Hadley against her mother? And Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez is giving a pattern. Honey, all I can say is things look to be simmering beautifully. And as we wait for Jay-Z to answer, because he has been required to do so by the court, let me know what you think about how this matter is going in the comments section below.